We have also continued to review and comment on planning applications to ensure the best outcomes for our parish. Looking ahead, we have begun discussions around organising a well dressing and a community day, an event that would bring together all aspects of our parish from churches and community groups to local businesses to showcase everything that makes our community special. We are also planning to carry out a resident survey, as it is vital that we hear directly from you about how you would like your money to be spent. This will help us develop a clear and informed strategic plan for the future. In conclusion, it has been a true honour to serve the community once again as the chairman, and the chairman is proud of what we have achieved together and look forward to continuing to serve you, the residents, in the year ahead. Okay, so item 6, open forum. I'll now open the forum. You should have received a card on arrival if you're on the electoral register. Please raise your card if you wish to speak. When invited, could you please begin stating your name and the ward you live in, and let us know what you'd like to see addressed or developed within the community going forward. Anyone want to say anything?
Very, I don't know if it must be the right place, the right time, the right question. Very simply, the pavement on the main road. I know they put access for pedestrians, but we'll put a sign right across the pavement, so if you're really down with a pushchair, you've actually got to go out to get around the sign. So it really wants shifting or just moving so you can't actually get past.
Unfortunately, they can't do that because the road underneath the
Oh yes, I know, but it's further this way. It's further back from where the walls collapse. Because I live in Willington Hollow, so I do know. But you know, when you're going from the pub down that way, the sign's quite away this way, but it's right across the pavement, blocking the pavement. So then you've got to dismount a pier where it comes, where they put an actual, like a drop pier, plastic drop pier to go around and make a refuge for pedestrians.
Right.
So it's not right by.
So the pedestrian sign's too big, is it, what they've put across the pavement?
Well, yeah, the signs, it's massive. You can actually go right across the width of the pavement. It's just a matter of, can it just be moved? You know, you wouldn't get past the push there anyway.
Okay.
The councillor will put towards highways in to see if we can get that sorted.
Yeah, and they only moved it. It's up and walked up here, but run their cycle up here for all year.
I'm coming to you just 1 second. I'm also writing notes at the same time. Yes, sir.
I'd like to ask the council, please, if I may. I wonder if you could tell me and all the other residents what each one of them have done during the last 12 months for the residents of the parish, apart from attending meetings, please. Just a quick outline, not a full, just a minute on each one, that's okay.
Okay, so if we start from this side, obviously we're going to bypass the big news. They're going to get a couple of minutes. Let them one start. Steve, did you want to say?
Well, I've only been here 6 months, so I'm going to ask for 50% discount. What have I done? When I first came on, I sorted out some furniture being installed onto Bridge High. I did the risk assessments for that. I've attended one of the police and council surgeries. I've also taken on a lot of work about compliance with regards to the community centre and the tea rooms, which is a lot of work that's got to be involved in that, which I'm only just starting that process. And well, this afternoon I completed some community speed watch training, so I can help the residents with that. And that's it, sorry.
Good. Right, okay. We mentioned already Buttercrops, that's completed. I was able to lead that through a number of volunteers over quite a considerable period, a lot of miles and a lot of discussions, but it's done and it's been appreciated. I've also, on a weekly basis, run a team of volunteers that go out onto pathways, byways, woods, etc. So I take the reports. I take also the initiative to work with them when I possibly can go out with them. And also, from that point of view, we've looked after some assisted areas outside our remit. For instance, the other park that we've got in the parish. We go over there sometimes to help them with gates and bypass systems. What else have I done? A number of training operations to try and improve my knowledge of what I should be doing. I've also attempted to attend a lot of the meetings outside my remit. One basically just to widen my knowledge of what goes on through the system. I've also kindly been made the vice chairman for a month. I think it's a month anyway. We'll see about that. But that's been quite interesting. That's the reason I went out to try and find out more information. I've also got involved in what do we call it? A well dressing now. The men are more interested than I am at the moment. They get really excited for some reason. It's a bit like, as I think it was described as, the British dig. It's been quite interesting, and it should be interesting over the next few months as we develop the site and develop the actual piece of equipment. It's brought a lot of interest from the parties. What have I done? All sorts of things, really, not necessarily. That's my wife. That'll do it. Thank you. What have you been doing, Mr. Chairman, in the last 2 months?
Well, I don't go to great detail, but you must know what happened. When I first went to district parish councillor and the district councillor, then I'm parish councillor for a few years, then I was 2-3 times they tried to make me chair. But cut a story short, then eventually they managed to do it. But the day I was elected, 4 councillors resigned, another one, they wanted to do one thing another, and one thing to not have it. So I got my own agenda, which not from my own self, but what was the job I was given to. So I obviously I'm trying to put it all together, but unfortunately there was a big division. Then first thing I was, which I've seen, I hope I won't say anything wrong or whatever, or apologize for this one, plus the fact if you hear me, yes, if you don't, just raise your hand up and I will say it again. Then first thing was, we were short of councillors. Now what do? Process was simple, straightforward. We tried to stuff them all on, put a list on, then you put a story short, then they basically say, I'm sorry, nobody's interested. Then we were roughly, 3 months or 4 months. Mike, can you remember how long we were less councillors? There were 4 or 5 or 6.
Quite a while.
Then I approached this young man here. Then obviously he was councillor, resigned before for some other reason, whatever it was. Cut a story short, because he was a competent man and he was doing so, you persuaded him and he was basically come back again. But the process was simple, straightforward. We asked the district council, and if you know, then obviously, then we, first of all, aim was to have a councillor, which they should, at least we can run the council. Then chair sometimes was short of some of the committee meetings, some of the different ones. One day the chair in the, what's his name, normal function, next day is Mario Brown, next day you playing peas, and then next day you listen to I was there all the time. And you see the problem this time. Unfortunately, we managed to get people on that. Then I won't go into detail for this one. The worst thing that happened when I lost, what's his name, the nicest person, worked with her for a few years. It's like Louis. And whatever circumstances happen, don't worry, I will highlight it when I got the opportunity to do it. Then you all will know what exactly happened. Then I lost the vice chair. And you ask me what we done. Telephone call for something wrong in one place, telephone call from residents, you give me always answer the call. So can you go and do it? Personally, one day, excuse me, you ask me, I ask you my question, and then you can ask me the question if you want to. So I've been going there, running down and there. And the past since Louis left, he was hell. Because nobody is basically all the picking faults up. She's no good, she did nothing, she doesn't that. But I'm sorry, one of the things to me, she was the best clerk and she done everything was her best ability. So all I'm saying to you, to me, the community comes first. Then obviously, unfortunately, then we started. But having said that, when you think about the population of Carrington Ward, Valley Rocks, and Southern, I know the people are interested, but if you work out what percentage people here, then I'm very clear about that. Because when I see the population and what the people are running, I try to welcome people, instead helping people, instead coming along with projects. Criticism, God knows what everything, but it doesn't really matter. I don't care about that. I will speak my mind, whether anybody likes it or not. And I am saying to this, our committee to the community. If you on my CV, you can have that say, I've done a lot of different things. Unfortunately, you can't satisfy everybody. All I can say to you, I will look up to you in 2 seconds. Thank you very much, and I said too long, and then forgive me for that.
Thank you.
Right, thanks.
To summarise, I think our chair was saying he's supported committees by making the numbers grow up when we've been a bit low. He's been picking up the phone, listening to residents, and he's been supporting the clerk with her duties and answering questions.
Mine's really short and sweet, mainly attending the meetings. I do whatever I can when I'm asked to. I think I've sorted a couple of things out when Sue's gone to me, the plumbing at the community centre. I'm there if I can, but I mean, at the end of the day, I work full time, and my living always comes before voluntary working.
Yeah.
So,
well, you see, I appreciate that. I think you will agree that working full time is the role for parish councillors. Even so, the role requires a level of activity, and we've heard so far of all the other people, just how much has gone in. But it's a difficult job, it's got to be done. And sometimes people don't realise what does go on behind the scenes, so that was the reason for the question. But don't think you're on your own working full time, I think everybody around the table.
well, it depends what you call full time. There's full time and then there's 7 days a week. I work with animals some 7 days a week, so you know what I mean, about stop what I was doing tonight, come tonight. And I also think with the council, it's not about who runs around putting signs up, and these things have to take place. But it's supposed to, the parish council is supposed to represent a broad spectrum of all constituents, and then the opinion from the parish council can then affect what decisions the parish council makes. That's very important, and that's basically why I joined the council. Really, I stood in for Mafus and took the chair temporarily. Then he was ill, you know, when he was taken really poorly. That was interesting, but I didn't commit to...
That's something you've actually done in the last 12 months and you stood in for the chairman.
Sorry?
So that's something you've done over the last 12 months and you stood in for the chairman.
Yeah, but it was not something I couldn't commit to full time, that's why... You know.
You did a good job of it. You did it really well.
Yeah, agreed.
So basically that's it for me.
Me? Well, I helped out with the HR, quite experienced with the HR. So with another councillor, we had a lot of HR issues over the last 12 months. We've had to work through, spend time, look at policies, look at legal guidance, where we stand, and attending meetings. That's what I've been doing.
I think you all know my passion is the park, so I do a lot across there. Litter picking, done a little tiny bit on the Buttercross with Keith, and working on the well now, hopefully. I think that's about it, guys. And just helping out where I can, really. Yeah.
You work a lot in the background on planning as well, don't you?
Yeah.
There's a lot
with
of
the planning, I do
from
like
the
to look
back.
at what's going on and try and follow it through to see, to get the best advice for everybody.
Well, I spent a lot of time over this last year dealing with HR issues. I'm also on the burial ground committee, and we haven't had the number of meetings that we would normally have in a year because of issues within the council. But we do, make sure risk assessments are done, everything's safe for the public. And
There's a lot of clerk work as well, pal.
Pardon?
There's a lot of clerk work, but we have to clerk.
Yeah,
Do
well,
all that as well. That's it yourself.
but apart from that, I know a lot of residents. I walk my dog regularly and meet up with people. They know I'm a councillor, and many of them just come to us for advice about things in general. So I do like engaging with the public, and I do what I can to help when I can.
Okay, so I checked the defibrillators weekly, 10 from Southlow, Wetley Rocks, Cheddleton to Denford. Recently engaged some very helpful gentlemen putting up the curtains in the community centre, completely free of charge, but it was all goodwill of parishioners. Every single one of them live in this parish and were prepared to give their time. Fundraising for the Flint Mill, going to plug G26, it's my big baby, 29th of August, you must all come, please. Along with Lorraine and Val, I do the notice boards. We've got quite a nice little rota going. You forgot to shine your own lights on that one. I am one of the footpath volunteers as well, and I walk miles every week. But the important thing when I'm walking is I'm talking, not to myself, but to the members of the public, and I'm listening to what they say, particularly down on the canal about strange footpaths that there's been a couple of incidents in that maybe aren't used, or rights of way, or whatever. Anyway, in the last 12 months, been very instrumental in the car park at Cheddleton and changing the hours. I'm not saying it was all my doing, but we have got the right signage now on the car park. And as far as committees, I'm chair of the planning, chair of the community centre until the next meetings. I'm on HR, finance committee, burial grounds and footpaths. So I have a busy session of meetings, but love every bit of it, and just listen to the public, particularly if it involves a drink in one of the local hostels. I know all the licenses. So.
I've attended several meetings on road safety with the Wetley Rocks residents. I'm pleased to say that, well, it might not please everyone, but we've got the community speed awareness training on Saturday, and then we've had a second session this afternoon, which Steve's attended that as well today. Desperately need more volunteers within Cheddleton area. Nobody seems to want to come forward for that, but try and get a few more for that. Attended the police surgeries. I'm just in the process of I've submitted the first phase of the National Grid funding to see if we can get some funding for the park equipment that we desperately need. You all know that planning is my thing, so I've been supporting residents within the Randall area over the BESS and solar applications. That's taken a lot of work over the last probably 4 years, working alongside residents on that.
I don't think there's been anybody what's worked any harder to.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah,
I'd just
well
like
done.
To say that.
Well, thank you everybody. He didn't need a question, did he? I've asked the councillors if they could give us a quick 1 minute rundown of what they've done over the last 12 months, other than attend meetings.
Well, I've given a lot of my years to this parish council, the district council. But unfortunately, due to some nasty comments on the media, I'm apparently a pointless person receiving a pointless trophy when I received a Honorary Alderman Award at County Council.
Is that anything to do with the parish council?
No, it's to do with work, it's to do with county, like Sue's County Council. I've raised a lot of money for cancer research. I raised over £8,000 during my time as a councillor. I'm a trustee of the Flint Mill. I'm a trustee of Wetley Rock Village Hall. My phone's available 7 days a week. For some reason, Mrs. Bridget was a very good...
Don't name me.
I will name you because it's the truth. You're on the Council Parish Council and she very kindly got me a rescue dog.
I don't want to be associated with you.
But for some reason, she's appears to be a bit pointless. So I think
Point of order.
Yeah, well, it's very different when there's people here who are quite pointless in the panel.
Point of order, please.
Yeah, but you can't make it.
I don't wish to be named.
Well, we don't like the film, but we have to be.
You're
When she finished, then you speak, please.
I don't want to be named.
If anyone is recording this, please can you take that part out where the resident was named?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And can you please just, what to request for the residents? Anything else you want to say?
No,
Please don't answer that. Can you, sorry, if you want to provide us with that, or that's your choice. Okay.
You're right.
Is there any other questions?
Well, that's it, thank you. I'd just like to say I have
Okay.
no authority from the rest of
Do you want to go out?
Jill can say this, but
We'll go out.
on my behalf, I'd like to thank you for all your efforts. I know
Giving into it.
what some of you have done, but I didn't know what all of you have done.
That's
And I
right.
just think it's commendable, particularly what's gone on down at Virginia over the last few months. It's been a source of somebody's disturbed the hornet's nest, and now everybody's coming together to try and put it right. And the work that's gone on over there by several volunteers of the council is really good, and I hope that the rest of the village of Cheltenham start to use that facility now and appreciate just how much effort has been put into it by you people.
Yeah.
On behalf of me and my family who do use it and will use it, say thank you.
Here.
Yeah.
Your kind remark is that furthermore, I would just conclude this. I'm sorry if I said something wrong with any of you, right? No other intention or anything like that. I'm so sincerely sorry. I work for you, all of you. You can knock me door anytime. You can call in my house anytime. There's no problem at all. I again want to get any of you. If I do something wrong, I apologize. What is on my part?
If there's nothing else, we'll close the parish assembly. Thank you. I'll give you
Your kind remark is that furthermore, I would just conclude this. I'm sorry if I said something wrong with any of you, right? No other intention or anything like that. I'm so sincerely sorry. I work for you, all of you. You can knock me door anytime. You can call in my house any time in the government, or I again, once again, any of it, if I done something wrong,